Hi, good afternoon, good day. Today we are at Unbox Greenhills para for an event for Magic the Gathering. So ito yung unbox. Tour ko muna kayo mabilis. Okay, so yan yung mga tables na gagamitin natin for the event today. Today is Dominaria United pre-release, no? And I think this is the first event being hosted by Unbox plus with the help of Neutral Grounds Philippines, no? So ayan. Okay, so nakalimutan ko na naman yung aking stand as always. What is new? Okay, so as always, oh yun, okay, nice. Meron silang parang ano dito, tokens and stuff that you can punch out, and then you have the actual box itself. It doesn't seem to be themed any sort. So I think this Danisa and sino ba? Radha? Or yung babae? So inside the pre-release kit, you open a actually na-spoil na natin yung ating promo card Squee. Okay, so medyo hindi talaga kami sinaswerte sa mga ganitong promos, no? But you get 6 packs and we will open them up. Ito, may dice din, no? 8. Okay, 5. Okay. Okay, so check natin kung ano makuha natin. Fire action agad sa una. So again, as always, mas maganda i-separate mo na sila into colors.
Grabe, ang saya-saya. Dami na natin, no? Ano ba average age natin dito? Wow! Wow! 22 ng Marsa, no? Maraming gurang.
At ang rare natin ay Rivas of the Claw. Oh, okay. Pangcast ng Dragons. And we get a stained glass. Full art na land. Okay. So next pack. Mamaya ko na i-sort out. Buksan ko na lahat, guys. Mabilis tayo, ha?
Average weight, saka age, huwag na. Ito tayo na nagdag. Ito na yung remaining players. So, Michael Jeffrey Uy. Punta ko malalakas ko, Anthony Cuello. Oh my God. Punta ko ganyan. May kasama kang Chan Ang. Punta kayo na tayo dito. Robert Soriano.
Dragon na naman, okay.
Tapos Sir David Argente. Tapos yung leader kaya ako.
Boss Battle.
Sir David. Oh! Siyempre, ayan na, demonstration na guys. Meron pa bang hindi natawag? Baka meron hindi na rich.
Oh. Hottie Gin. Okay, halfway, guys. Medyo wala pa yata tayo nabubuksan na bomb, no? Oh, stained glass. Ito yung stained glass version. You can also get this in draft. And Leaf Crown Visionary. Oh, elf. Pwedeng elf pang elf ball, no? I think first time natin makakuha ng foil card.
Shield red ang susi para makuha yung SNK, AEK natin. Pare. Okay na. Wait, wait tayo, sir. Good luck.
Oh, ito yung preview card ng Angeek. Juniper Order, Root Weaver.
Mega 500. Kung ilan yun, yun yung
Oh. Stand, ha?
Dominaria
MTG, DMU yata to eh, no? DMU? DMU. Oh, Dominaria United. Kasi yung Dominaria, DOM eh. Meron talagang set na Dominaria.
Tama, DM lang.
Yo,
Natago lang
okay. Oh, pwedeng ganun ah. Ready. Oh, okay. Oh, parang feeling ko green nga talaga tayo guys.
Uy,
Anyway,
talaga?
we are
Green yung ano mo?
baka maging green yung archetype ko. Anyway, going to separate this na into their respective colors. Ayan, hello, good evening everyone. Ayan, so, yes, here, she visited me sa match. So, yun nga, after 4 hours of grueling matches, 4 matches total, we were able to, yeah. So, we are here right now. Yeah. In Unbox. Unbox pala, Unbox, sorry. Pero hindi, alam mo, oo, yung Unbox pala dati, yung Sir Carlo pala yun. Kaya pala Unbox, kasi Unbox. So parang ano, so yun, so we're at actually, oh yes, yun nga, as Chia said, so we're going to open this right now. And yeah.
So how are your matches?
Actually, it was grinding because it was medyo grinding because wala akong masyadong bombs. Wala akong mythic this time around. First time sa mga PR na wala akong nagamit na pool ng mythic. So medyo ayun, kahirapan. But
We'll see your luck.
yeah.
Good cards.
Yeah. Okay, so she is going to open them. She did not pick this time around. It was given to us. Well, I hope that guy had magic hands na lang. Sorry guys if I sound like this, I'm kinda tired. It was grindy yung matches. Full of response, but the last game was with Sir Do, it was very, awesome. Kasi puro responses eh. That's what Magic is all about. Pero sadly, I think he flooded at the last. So, okay, so these, yung napanalo, 1 pack per win. We won twice, so we got Dominaria set boosters naman to, not draft boosters naman. So, the set booster always contains an art card. So, okay, you can flip it. Look at the art. Yeah. So, Twin Inferno. Okay, so that's the art. Okay, next. Okay, so that is the stained glass, no? And okay, we got Haughty Digin again. Okay, so this is one of the rares. If you remember, we opened in one of our pre-release packs.
And you played
Okay,
it.
then I don't think wala na actually. Next pack.
It's a Friday night.
Yeah,
Alright.
last pack, guys.
Sorry.
Okay, another art card. Raft Weather Light. Oh, look at that stained glass. Art again. Okay. And look at the stained glass na land. See? Looks very nice.
Yeah.
Actually, parang siyang water energy sa Pokemon.
I like this.
Imagine if it's in foil. Ang ganda pa niya.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh. Ooh, Timeless Lotus. Nice. Okay, so you got the Lotus of the set. Okay, so finally, we opened the Mythic. Okay. This card will be very useful in mga 5-color deck, no? Mga 5-color deck sa Commander. And I think we got a list card in the back.
Oh,
that?
wait. Oh, no, the review.
Oh, Blood Chief Ascension. Yes,
Okay.
It's a list card. So there, it's signified by the symbol over there. So it's not included in this set, but yeah. So yeah, so I guess that's it, no? Next is we're going to review the deck that I used to. And we're back at the den, and I already made an oopsie. I already dismantled my deck that I used for the pre-release at Unbox, but yeah, I tried to recreate it as much as possible. Because, yeah, I still have a few cards, but I was able to mix it up, no? But, from what I can remember, yeah, these are the cards. I think they're like 23. Because, I ran 17 lands, no? The goal of this deck is Domain Ramp. So, I try to hold off as much as I can by playing a bit of a cheap creatures and by removal and disrupting the tempo play of the opponent, and ramping up until I can play my fatter creatures or my heavy hitters. So I have removals such as, actually my only prime removal is Bite Down. It's a punch card, but it still requires you to have a creature on the board, no? My other removals are just bounce, like Tolarian Geyser, which can return a target creature to its owner's hand. Then it replaces itself. It's a cantrip as well. And if it's kicked pa, you get a life. And I can almost always pay the kicker cost of this card because I ran all 5 colors for this deck, no? With the help of those dual tap lands, no? To help me ramp, I had with me Joint Exploration, which allows me to scry, draw a card, and put a land card from my hand into the battlefield, no? Not necessarily tap. So I had 2 of these. I had the Weather Seed Treaty, which I can use as either a ramp or a buff spell in the mid game to the late game. I also had Impulse to allow me to filter my draws as well. To disrupt the tempo play of the opponent, I only had this one counter target spell, no? But during the early turns, no, like turn 3 or 4, opponents are most often eager to play their heavy creatures immediately, no? So they rarely expect this to come out. And usually I use this to disrupt those spells that need X to pay. I think also Herd Migration, no? And that board wipe that in black and in red with a kicker cost, yeah. This is a very good spell to counter that, no? Because you only need a creature at least on board to be able to play this. I was almost able to play most of my rares, no? I think 4 of them. So these are my rares. Yeah, not much, no? There's not much elf synergy, no? But when I do get to cast another elf, I get to draw a card. Llanowar Loam Speaker is a premier rare for the limited format because it allows you also to fix your colors and to ramp as well. And in the mid to late game, it's not a dead card because even though you're flooding, you can turn those excess mana into man lands, no? And of course, as we're casting spells, eventually Haughty Djinn would be bigger, no? And also, as flying, it also decreases the casting cost of our spells as well. I think my only source of card draw, if not for that elf, would be this Phyrexian Espionage, which I didn't initially add in my first match, but I eventually added because, yeah, I really lack card draw for this, no? Except for the Impulse and the Joint Exploration, no? These are the creatures I used. Again, Deathbloom Gardener are a very threatening blocker because of the Death Touch. And not only that, it can also fix my colors as well. Nishoba, don't underestimate this card because it has Trample and the Domain. Actually, in this format, limited format for Dominaria United, you're going to be surprised at how many be afraid to go play towards the strengths of domain, no? Or to splash off colors. No? Basta make sure, just as long as you make sure that those off colors have your main colors as well. No? So for example, if I'm running green blue, I can run lands that have combination of green red or blue red or black blue or white blue. As long as my main colors are there in that land, yeah, you can do that. So I know I had 2 soaring drakes. I just can't find the other one. Yeah. Savage Mana Worker can also help you fix your mana. You know? And my fatty creatures are these, yeah. 2 Elfheim Worms, 1 Linebreaker Baloth, Tolarian Terror, which is very hard to remove once you get it into here. Of course, I am incidentally playing spells to help me last the turns. No? So you would expect this to be cheaper. Nail Avizoa is there to utilize the domain mechanic. I think I was able to utilize her completely in just 1 match, no, where I had 5 basic land types already. And Radha, to be honest, I didn't get to play him much. Though his concept with the domain is cool, especially when you already have 5 basic land types. Imagine one of your creatures getting 5/5. Imagine that being the Elfheim Worm or a Linebreaker Baloth. Jodas Codex was also a late add for the card draw, but I wasn't able to play with this card at all. I wasn't able to draw it. So there you have it, guys. That's the deck I use for my pre-release at Unbox Greenhills. No, I went 2-2 with this deck, but I think I did the best I could with this. No, it's just that most of the matches I lost were due to planeswalkers, and I wasn't able to reach that planeswalkers, and they were able to pop off their ultimate, no? Or they were able to utilize it. No? Those 2 were like Karn and Jaya. Yeah. But it is what it is, no? I'm still glad I at least won. No? I wasn't really expecting to win, but overall, pre-release are really fun. No? I like this set. It's not swingy. It's a bit balanced, no? But it tends to really utilize the domain mechanic, no? So sometimes you're really forced to splash a color. The only strategies that I see as of now that comes to my mind is domain go wide, domain ramp, which is what I'm using right now, domain go tall, or if you're able to do it, there's the Mardu sacrifice deck, no? So that's white, black, red. Also, there's a defender archetype deck, no? But if you can, you'll be only able to play it if you have the right cards, no? If you were able to open the right cards. So, and there's not much bombs in this set this time around, no? Except I think for Shodan or that 8th guy, but there's enough removal naman in this set to account for those threats now. Anyway, so that's it for this video, guys. I hope you leave a like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, comment down below on what your thoughts are regarding this pre-release. Did you enjoy it? What were your pulls? What did you like the most about it? No? And I'll read those comments. Anyway, this once again with Charizard signing out. See you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.